Rick, Dee Dee, and Bev invited me on a day trip to visit a few Tennessee distilleries. We started off at Jack Daniel's, made our way over to Pritchard's before visiting George Dickel's. We then had dinner at Whiskey Creek Grill. As you'll see, I had a great time. Cheers. Hi. What's with the Airstream over there?
Eventually it's going to be a snack, like a...
Oh, a snack? Okay,
yeah,
that's
like
cute.
We call it a food truck, a snack truck.
That's a snack truck.
One of these days we're going to do it.
Okay.
We ain't done it yet.
Hi.
It's right cute, ain't it?
Yes, it is. You mind being on camera? Is that no? Okay.
No,
What's your name?
Elizabeth.
Elizabeth. Thank you, Elizabeth.
You're welcome.
And go in and see about our tour.
The 1120 Dry County Tour. 1120 Dry County. Thank you, everybody. Come to the back of the hall.
That's pretty good. That's new.
1120 Dry County.
1947, a round bottle.
Take pictures of me all day, man. I'm ready.
Okay.
I'm photogenic, man. So look, guys, so we have a few rules for all of y'all today. Very simple. All right. Stay together as a group today. If y'all have any questions about anything, if y'all need me to slow it down, I'll be more than welcome to. All right. So just let me know if anything's going on with you. I'll be happy to help you out in any way. Take as many pictures outdoors as you like. There'll be some spots we go into today if they don't allow any photos because there's a lot of whiskey vapors going on, so they don't want any, you know, electronic kabooms happening or nothing like that. All right. So other than that, that's it. And no smoking on tour. I don't think I got to worry about that with y'all, but I think, yeah, that's just common sense, you know. Other than that, let's go ahead and get y'all's tour started. Here we are. Mr. Shane's our bus driver here. Excellent guy. He got us up to the top. Here we go. Now, I want y'all to look to your right. I want y'all to look to your left. Y'all look at these buildings right here. That's called a barrel house. Barrel houses are where we put our barrels of whiskey in for its maturation process. So, whiskey sits in a barrel, goes in these buildings here, and sits in there for 4 to 7 years. That's how long that Jack whiskey matures in a barrel. So 4 to 7. Yeah, that's right. These ain't the only 2 buildings though. Because each one of these holds about 20,000 barrels in them. That's right. Each barrel's 53 gallons, 500 pounds full of whiskey, right? That's 1 million gallons of whiskey in just one warehouse like that right there. That's a lot. 7 stories tall, and they're non-climate controlled. We do that for a reason. We let Mother Nature mature our barrels for us. So whatever weather's going on here in good old Tennessee, that's what's going to happen inside that building. All right, and guess what? We're going into one of those today. That's where the sample is going to be held. We're going into the oldest barrel house that we have here at the distillery. We still use it today. All right, guys, so welcome to step 1 of all of our whiskey making here at the distillery, guys. Welcome to the Rick Yard. Here at the Rick Yard is where we burn hard sugar maple wood. We make charcoal, and then we filter our whiskey through it. Here at Jack, we filter all of our whiskey through 10 feet of hard sugar maple charcoal. Back in Jack's day, 150 years ago, they also did the same thing. They would take 4 ricks of the wood here, just like that. They'd burn it, make charcoal, filter whiskey through it. That's right. Now, 150 years later, we still do the same thing, but now we only have 2 guys that do this whole process for us. Darren and Tracy. They have been here for 20 years apiece doing this for us. They're the only 2 guys that run this whole function out here. All right, so if y'all had Jack in 20 years or so, they probably had something to do with it. All right. Now, thing is, that's ready to be burned right now to make charcoal. They put an accelerant on the fire, just like you would anywhere else, right? We don't put gas on it. We don't use diesel. What we use here?
Alcohol.
Whiskey. Yeah. Jack Daniel whiskey. Our own whiskey. Now, we're not using that old number 7 that y'all familiar with. We're using that 140 proof, 70% alcohol called moonshine. Here at Jack, we've never had a fire here before. We've never lost any whiskey or any buildings due to a fire before. Just in case that ever were to happen, we do have our own Tennessee Fire Brigade here at Jack. All right, so these right here are 2 retired trucks that we have. On the right, that's a 1919 American LaFrance. It's not run anymore. This one right here on the left, that's a 1928 REO Speedwagon.
All right.
REO Speedwagon. It's like the band for some people that know it, right? Yeah, they actually still run. It still works. All right, guys, so before I talk about this right here, I'm actually going to talk about Jack Daniel real fast. So, Jack Daniel, he's just a few months old. His mom passed away. Now, when his mom passed away, his father decided to remarry. Jack did not get along with his stepmom growing up. He moved out of the house. He's about 5 or 6, some people say 7, moved out of the house, started working and living on the farm out in Lincoln County. That's about 5-10 minutes from here, not far. Now, the guy that ran that farm he stayed on, his name was Dan Call. Dan Call was a preacher. He preached on Sundays, and during the week, he made whiskey. Now, look at him. Now, we're about the same height. I'm standing up to him right now. Let me tell y'all, Jack was not this tall at all. He wasn't even close. Jack was only 5'2". 5'2". So let's bring him down to about in this area right there. He's 5'2". He wore a size 4 shoe, men's shoes. We use corn, we use barley, and we use rye to make it, all right? That's it right there. And we'll come in through this side. So those grains right there, if y'all see that sign, every day we make it, we'll make it the best we can. That's Jack's motto. We still use that motto today. That is specifically for the grain use. All right? That means we're going to get y'all the best grains for our whiskey. So our corn comes from here in Tennessee, Alabama, Kentucky. All right? Barley, Midwest, we're going to Idaho to get that. And then rye is coming from Wisconsin, Minnesota, and Canada. Kids, right? But he had nieces, he had nephews. He had one nephew that worked in this office with him. Lim Motlow, right there. Lim Motlow started working with Jack when he was 17 years old. But guess what Lim Motlow's job was to do? Come into work early in the morning, open the distillery up for Jack, so he didn't have to. He would come in early, count the money for Jack, do all the paperwork for Jack.
Make our own. Crafted from American white oak. The rough stains are cut from the trunk and left to season in the open air. The simple seasoning of the wood prepares the oak to contribute to the character of the whiskey. Our barrel is now ready for the roar of the char tunnel's flame. As it passes through the fire, the natural sugar in the wood caramelizes. More flavor for the whiskey to draw from.
You guys got to sing this.
The reason they call it,
What's that
You
over
guys,
there?
get your hands off of it.
the reason they call this a flight is because you feel like you fly after you finish it.
So what you have in front of you are 6 samples, guys. All right. So we're going to start from left to right. So remember, we're in the Tri-County, guys. This is actually one of the ways that we can sample whiskey. So if you don't mind, just sample the whiskey that's in front of you. Don't drink your neighbors or anything like that, all right? We don't want y'all to use the whiskey powers that we have here at Jack, all right? You got water in front of you. Go ahead and take a sip of that water and we'll get y'all started here. All right.
Why is he making us drink water?
Nice, nice. So y'all just follow me on everything. Let's get y'all going. Guys, if y'all look right here, your first sample of the day will be
Gentleman Jack.
Gentleman Jack.
You ready?
I don't know. Are y'all okay with walking a long distance?
Hey, we can go shopping over there. Got some doors.
I'll try to get you as close to the door as I can.
Okay.
Oh,
You
that's
insist.
handicap.
Is it?
And it don't mean mental, it means physical.
Pritchard's Distillery. Oh, I just got that.
Your left.
No, the other way.
See what it says, boys.
Boys.
I love Lucy.
Started out with rum because it didn't have as many rules as whiskey did, and with any good whiskey it takes time to age, and rum it doesn't. And like he started out with rum, so we got crystal rum, it's just straight off the still clear rums compared to Bacardi's, but I think it's better than Bacardi's. Then you got your flavored rum, cranberry, peach mango, key lime, and spice. Spice has cinnamon, nutmeg, and vanilla. Mr. Pritchard's first rum that he started out with was the cranberry. That was his first favorite flavored one. And then of course we got Sweet Lucy. That's our #1 seller. It's it's not bourbon. It's a liqueur. It's got peaches, apricot, orange, and whiskey in it. It's his grandfather's recipe. Came up with it hunting in a duck lawn. And at the end of the duck hunt, he goes Sweet Lucy because he couldn't say Sweet Jesus because he's religious. They make me say this, okay? I don't get laughs all the time. I get these very strange looks. All right, next is Sweet Lucy cream. All this is original Sweet Lucy, Wisconsin cream. It's compared to Bailey's, but I think it's better than Bailey's. And then when Fireball and all that came out, Phil wanted the exact opposite of Fireball, so came out with Sweet Lucy's little brother, Sweet Lucifer. It's a ginger capsaicin whiskey. The capsaicin gives it the heat. It's better than Fireball. And then we got a 4-year-old brandy. It's made from distilled grapes in New York. And then of course next is our unaged whiskey, our Ball Mountain Shine Peach Mango flavor. Then you got your Lincoln County Lightning. That's like cornbread in a bottle with a kick. Difference between this and this, it's got more rye. It's got
Wait a
more
minute, say that other line again. It's like.
cornbread in a bottle with a kick. That's my favorite too. But Lincoln County's got more corn, and then the Ball Mountain Shine's got more rye. We got our cream liqueurs, praline, fudge brownie, peanut butter cream pie. Dessert in a bottle, guys. Let's go tour so we can drink. In 1999, he took over the whole school, but all we do out here is store our finished products and our bottles waiting to be filled. This is our warehouse, guys. Mr. Pritchard's office is back here in the corner. Old locker room's over there. Just half full of liquor and half full of bottles. Alright, in 1999, this was his barrel house, but we have upgraded to Big Red out there. That's where we store our barrels. We store the molasses in the tanker, comes in from Louisiana. They back up that tanker never moves. The pipe leading from the tanker over here is where we get the molasses for the rum, right here. We put the corn in the mash cooker for the whiskey here. And this, guys, is where the magic happens. The old cafeteria is still cooking in here. Coming out the cafeteria, they bottled, they barreled, they did all by hand out here with 4 people. Mr. Pritchard, his wife, her son, another guy. We're up to 9 employees now. His first barrel house is back here. I like taking a look back here. They get mad at me, but I know. He's thinking about going into gin, so we're just waiting for him to go ahead on the gin. Last time y'all was here, that's what he came up with, because it didn't have a mixer inside that still. Okay. So he engineered that.
He's a smart man.
God, 82, yeah, they still got.
And how old is he?
82.
Oh, he's 82?
Yeah. This lady right here donated pictures of the 1950 girls basketball champ, their dance, the gym in the glory days, and this is her out front. She still lives here in Kelso. 2013, we had a car show for vets. 2011, we were in Playboy for Crystal Rum and Sweet Lucy. A little history of Phil, he's from Memphis. And of course, this is our trophy case. It's an evolution of our models. Our first rum was the Grizzly rum. Like Sweet Lucy's going from this bottle to that bottle. I have a lady that stands here and blows off all the insides of the bottles because we do hand label and touch everything. And so it goes back to the warehouse, and you've seen the warehouse. So she blows 2 at a time off to get the air, it's just air flowing through the bottle. She blows. The conveyor belt then takes it down here. Come on this way. Takes it down here and be filled 4 at a time. Once it gets done filling, the conveyor belt then takes it down to a guy that puts cork on. Then it comes down here, and the lady puts the capsule over the cork. I'm the lady that puts it over the cork. And you gotta match the horse head, the capsule horse head, to that. It's gotta go straight down.
Okay.
Like that. If you see a crooked one of those, that's mine too. I'm not lying, y'all.
I'm gonna start looking for
that line is very, very fast.
Please, I should say.
No. What would y'all like, sir?
I want to try one of the liqueurs.
Are you gonna drink anything else? Cause you want to do desserts
That
last.
last?
Yeah, cause it's gonna mess up your
Yeah, I
palate.
guess I am.
I'm
I'm not good.
You wanna do rum, vodka,
I do sweet leaf.
Sweet Lucy?
She said it was sweet
Who would y'all try?
The key lime rum.
Good choice.
I've been meaning.
They got a special one.
Alright. There you go. What would y'all
Thank
try?
you.
I want the vodkas.
You want straight pomade or grapefruit?
I think grapefruit.
1818 to 1894.
Nickels for drinking.
Bottled and bond.
All of them what?
Bottled and bond. There's certain requirements they have to do when they bottle it. Oh, yeah, this is the first time I've led a taste test.
Okay, let's do it.
All right. Well, first we're going to begin with our George Dickel, number 1. 91 proof. The foundation where all George Dickel's handcrafted, corn-based whiskeys begin. handmade from the finest grains and legendary Cascade spring water, before being finished through George Dickel's signature chill charcoal mellowing process. George Dickel's #1 is the finest unaged whiskey around. Ooh, so this is very good moonshine here. 84% corn, 8% rye, 8% malted barley. Tasting notes, if you nose it, you'll have a soft yet full raw grain, just like you would the moonshine. Mellow and smooth with a creamy and sweet corn flavor on the tip of your tongue.
Here's to you.
Woohoo!
No burn, but
And you're not supposed to turn it up either. You're supposed to sip it.
I wouldn't call that creamy and sweet corn flavor.
no. What would you call it?
Burning my
I
guts.
call it burn the hell out of it. My taste buds is what I call it.
You didn't know that tasting came with entertainment, did you?
And no extra charge.
Oh, there we go.
Whoa!
Oh, you can
got
knock that one in.
Now
Got
knock it in with
Come
one.
on, slide it on in. Let's
You can
go,
get a
let's go.
twofer.
Don't give up now.
They'll both go in.
Get a twofer.
It'll go. It'll
Drum roll,
go.
please.
Slide it.
Oh.
Pressure was too much for you?
Thank
y'all.
you for the
Have a great
entertainment.
day.
Bye.
Now, taste #2. Please,
Okay.
please have a sip of water
I did.
to cleanse your palate.
Cleanse your palate.
Thank you.
Now, the second tasting we're going to have is George Dickel #12. It's 90 proof, our 90 proof Tennessee whiskey, and we blend older whiskeys to achieve deep, assertive flavors with an incredibly smooth finish. Taste is refined with hints of vanilla and a dry, crisp finish, a result of our charcoal mellowing process. It's 84% corn, 8% rye, 8% malted barley, and our tasting notes. Okay,
What do you
it
taste?
smells of toffee, walnut, and vanilla. And it will taste, the flavors of rich oak and subtle vanilla, leading to a long finish with hints of maple, butter, and smoke.
No, I don't
Ooh.
smoke.
So tip your tongue and then let it slide back gently.
She got it
Okay,
down pat.
Sean D.
There is some smoke in there.
I'm not doing well on these.
Yeah.
I've seen fire and I've seen
I don't
rain.
think I don't taste much vanilla in. What was the name?
Well, this said just a hint.
Oh, a hint.
I think the smoke
Okay.
is coming out of my ears.
Yeah, actually.
They told us
That's what
that
happened to your pearl.
just to butter us up, said it had butter and smoke. They were just buttering
It's
us
got
up.
a buttery and smoke. To see that, I don't taste much toffee.
Okay, everybody take a drink.
I just did.
Take a drink.
Just one? Can I have some more?
Okay, George Dickel Barrel Select 86% proof. This will be smoother than the other two. Just tell me. Created from individual barrels, hand selected every year by a distilling team. Barrel Select is the finest whiskey George Dickel has to offer. Extraordinarily smooth with caramel or caramel and vanilla tones and a long, lingering finish.
Georgia or Alabama first.
It's 84% corn, 8% rye, 8% malted barley. If you smell it, the nose test will give you a caramel, vanilla, toffee, and corn smell. It has taste of hints of vanilla, creamy butterscotch, oak, and spice. Drink up.
You can't do that. You have to just.
Put it on the edge of your tongue. And let it go all about. This one is smoother than the other two.
Mm-hmm.
Very much so.
Haven't been around off yet.
This one you're supposed to go.
No, you gotta go. When you slam it down.
Oh,
It's
No,
got
then
an
you go-
aftertaste,
that's
though.
got an after.
That's what you do.
Okay.
Oh no!
Okay, Rick.
Oh yeah, here's the
Hot
kicker
tamale.
right here.
Hot tamale.
George Dickel Tabasco Barrel Finish, 70 proof. Now, this is a kicker, buddy. This is a butt kicker. Finished in barrels used to age Tabasco peppers.
Oh, gross.
Oh.
For Tabasco sauce from New York City.
New York City?
Where'd you see that? That's
George
not
Tabasco.
in
You gotta stay with me. Stay with me.
I don't see
George
that.
Dickel Tabasco
You're not
barrel
conducting
finish
this
has a delicious
class.
spicy flavor. It will kick your butt. We take our Tennessee whiskey and rest it in these barrels for 30 days. Resting them. For the next 30 days, we ask them to run swiftly for 3 miles, allowing the spice and flavor imparted on the wood from the Tabasco peppers to add to its unique finish. Tabasco brand pepper sauce, oh my Lord, from New York City.
New York City?
To then distill to create an essence which is carefully blended together with the whiskey to create George Dickel Tabasco barrel finish.
That's called creative
Your nose
license.
will say, quit smelling the stuff. It's opening up the sinuses though. And the taste will be none of these things here. It will bite your tongue.
Well, he said finish, which also means burn,
Yes.
right?
Enjoy.
Spicy heat.
And I bought some of this and I never drank it.
Well, it's a great.
No,
bloody,
now I can. Oh, I smell the
Yeah, the
peppers.
pepper. I can
Oh,
taste the
wow.
pepper.
It's a Bloody Mary mix.
Oh, I could see that.
I
It is.
smell
Yeah.
the peppers.
Yeah.
That's what we got it
Oh.
for, was a Bloody Mary mix.
Wait till you taste it.
I haven't.
Well, go ahead.
I'm waiting.
Please. No, I want to see
What's
your
a
face
facial
when you taste
reaction?
I don't know if I can do this. Or
it.
not.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Swirl it around in your mouth.
Oh,
Swirl it
okay.
around like a gargle.
Woo! You taste the pepper finish?
It burns.
It burrs, burrs, burrs. That ring of Tabasco.
I don't think I can do this.
We keep it.
These are our souvenir glasses
These are super.
that we're going to throw away.
No, we need to take these
And
home
we are
and
not
wash them.
taking anything home. Okay, everybody finish your water.
So that's it for George Dickel. Well, we were told this is where to come and get the Pritchard's Mango Margarita. Whiskey Creek Grill. Looks like I can get some Jack Daniel product here too. See what this is all about.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I'm liking it already.